We start today at the Constitutional Court, where the fifth hearing of the impeachment trial against President Yoon Suk Yeol began this afternoon. Now, for more on this, I have our top office correspondent Oh Soo-young standing by live. Soo-young, it's good to have you on. So I understand today's hearing included an interesting lineup of key witnesses. Do tell us more.
Good afternoon, Sunny. Sure. So President Yoon's fifth impeachment trial hearing began today at 2 p.m. With his attendance again and three testimonies set for 90 minutes each. And the three witnesses attending the court today, now they were key figures involved in the execution of martial law on December 3rd and considered as rather unfavorable witnesses for President Yoon based on the previous statements that they've given to state prosecutors. Now, the questioning began with Lee Jin-woo, former commander of the Capital Defense Command. Lee has reportedly claimed he received 3 phone calls from Yoon and countless calls from former Defense Minister Kim Yong-yeon to deploy martial law forces, storm the National Assembly by force, and drag out legislators to stop them from overturning martial law. However, when he showed up at the Constitutional Court today, he refused to confirm or answer most questions posed by the National Assembly about whether he had received calls or orders from President Yoon. While he said he could not respond to certain questions relevant to his ongoing criminal case, he did selectively answer some. He in fact denied that he'd been given any orders from President Yoon to arrest lawmakers. When asked whether the former defense minister instructed him to deploy forces to the parliament to prevent lawmakers from entering or to block them from lifting martial law, he said that he had not. While emphasizing that he hadn't known about that the martial law would be declared, he said that he did not consider it unlawful or unconstitutional, but accepted it as a strategic guideline, as he said, by the nation's leader, and said he followed orders by the defense minister prior to the declaration to be on standby at the base.
Right. Soo-young, I hear a second witness is on the stand as we speak.
That's right, Sonny. So the second speaker, the second witness rather, is Arirang, who is the former chief of the Defense Counterintelligence Command. He's now being questioned as we speak. And according to state investigators, he testified that he had been ordered by former Defense Minister Kim Yong-yeon to arrest certain politicians. Now, we're going to have to see whether he's more responsive to the questions than Lee Jin-woo. Next is Hong Jang-won, former First Deputy Director of the National Intelligence Service. He has said that he was informed of the arrest to be made and was told to, quote, seize them all this time for a total cleanup. Now, President Yoon has denied all of these major allegations, so the hearing today could feature more conflicting testimonies, but the court has banned him from asking questions himself.
Right. Soo-young, I realize that it may be tough to tell, but when can we expect an actual verdict?
Well, for now, the court has scheduled 3 more hearings until next Thursday, but it's quite unclear whether the Constitutional Court will be able to wrap up the case by then, or whether they'll choose to hear from more witnesses, which of course would inevitably prolong the trial. And based on the court's current schedule, a verdict could be out by the end of the month or by early March, given that it took 10 days to deliver a ruling on former President Park Geun-hye's trial and 14 days in the case of former President Roh Moo-hyun. But the conflicting testimonies may require more witnesses for cross-checking and verification of whether Yoon directly issued martial law orders, whether the decrees were constitutional or not, and also whether the president had pre-planned the martial law. Yoon's team has applied for at least 31 witnesses, according to the press officer today, and the court is still reviewing the candidates. Also, as Yoon's representatives continue to fiercely challenge the court's proceedings, experts say the trial could also be lengthened. However, most do believe that the ruling will be made before 2 justices retire from the bench on April 18th to avoid further procedural delays and complications.
All right, Soo-young, thank you for that coverage. That was our Oh Soo-young with the latest on the president's impeachment trial at the Constitutional Court.